Alright, let's go. Unit 2, paper 1. This is the multiple choice. There's a new syllabus, so we're looking to see if they have any new questions that are different from the past papers that we would have done before, or more than likely it's just repeats. And then we'll check the answers to see how it matches up to what we said. Alright, so we go in with which abstract structure would be implemented by the system to handle print requests from users. Print requests from users sounds like it would be a queue, because it will be first come first serve. First user to come, first user to get their stuff printed. Yeah, print queue. And ADT, abstract data type, is the logical combination of data types or a combination of data object and associated operations. Okay. C. Alright, the object, which will be like an array or a linked list or something like that. And the related operations, push or pop. Things like that. Which ADT is best described as LIFO, that's last in, first out. That is a stack. No, that's a queue. No, last in, first out, that's a stack. A queue is first in, first out. Yeah, last in, first out. The last thing that comes in will be the first thing that comes out. Yeah, that's a stack. Item 4 refers to the following diagram. What will the array above look like after the first 3 passes of a selection sort? Alright, so that's the bucket. Squeeze it inside here. A selection sort is going to, as I was saying, a selection sort is going to hold this R and see if there's anything smaller than R. So it will go all the way up and it will swap the R with the A most likely for the first thing. So the A will go here, the R will go there. D, S, F, C, B will be okay. Alright, then I'll lock off this point here. So that was one pass. Second pass now, we'll check the D and see if anything is less than D. The D will go all the way up and swap with the B. So we'll have A, B, S, R, F, C, D. And then we will lock off from A and B, so then we have the S will go up and swap with the C, so I'll end up with A, B, C, R, F, S, D. Let's see, we have that, A, B, C, R, A, B, C, R, F, S, D, alright, that's B. Yep, that's a selection sort there. Next, number 5. They are based on the following one-dimensional array. Okay, how many swaps of distinct numbers are performed if the array is reordered using a selection sort process? Oh, okay. Alright, so how many swaps of distinct numbers are performed? Okay, so the first number, no swap, 15 will stay in the correct place. So 15 will lock in place. Then we have the 45. The 45 will swap with the 21, so you'll get the 15, 21, 23, 52, 45, and 53. So far, that's one swap. 21 gonna lock in place. Then we're going to check the 23. 23 not gonna swap with anything. Alright, so the 23 will lock in place now. Then the 52. 52 will swap with the 45. So that'll be 2 distinct swaps. The 2 distinct swaps will be the 45 and the 21, and then the next swap will be the 45 and the 52, and then everything will be in order. Alright, so 2. I guess so, yeah. Did I make any mistake? I'm notorious for making mistakes with these things. Ever since I was a young boy, I used to be very careless. Alright, next. Which of the following numbers maintain the original position in the array if the selection sort process is used to reorder the array? Oh, we're talking about the same thing here? 15 maintains the same position, clearly. 23 maintains its same position. And 53 maintains its same position. 15, 23, and 53. B is the answer. Which of the following combinations is a stack operation? Stack is push and pop. Yeah. Number 8 refers to the statements about the following array. The binary search can be performed on the array since they are duplicate values. Are they duplicate values? Yeah, there's a 9. I mean, you can still do the binary search. 8 will be found after one comparison using the binary search. How do you know that? How do we know that 8 will be found after one comparison? We don't know that. The binary search cannot be performed since the list is unordered. Well, no, you could still perform the binary search. It's just that it wouldn't work properly. Okay. Which of the statements are true? I think it's only 2. Having duplicate values doesn't mean that you can't. The binary search will just give you a yeah. I'll say 2 because they said cannot be performed. The only time you can't do a binary search is if I don't know where there's a situation where you can't do a binary search. There's no way they could tell you no, you can't do a binary search, or you could do it, it just may not give you an answer. Interesting. I'd love to see the answer for that. The wording is very interesting. Yeah. So I'll put 2 for now. We'll see what happens when we go to the answers. Which of the following is true of both a linear search and a binary search? On average, they select half the list. No, that's wrong. In the worst case scenario, they search the entire list. That's wrong. They can be used for searching an unordered list. That's true. They require the list to be ordered. Okay. C. Because they say both linear and binary, so therefore the only one that requires the list to be ordered for it to be done properly is a binary search. But other than that, they could be used for. Yeah. You see this term used? It might be them. I think they might want to like change it with into like successful or something. So they might be successful in searching binary search. Yeah, but definitely D is wrong. So C is the closest best answer. Alright, number 10, the binary search is best described as a divide and conquer approach. I guess being very fast when using a very short list, a list of only a selection of given list elements, a search one other elements, unordered. Yeah, B is the best one. It takes a divide and conquer approach. Yeah, we'll take that. Number 11, what is the abstract data type? They picked it above, that's a linked list. Cool. Which of the following operations is associated with the ADT above? That would be insert, because it could insert front or insert rear. A circular queue is implemented with a pointer front and rear. Assuming that the locations range from 1 to 4, what will the queue look like after the following operations? Oh, I remember this question. Is it the same as the one from before? Alright, insert job 1. We'll put in 1, 2, 3, 4. So insert job 1, 1 goes in, insert job 2, insert job 3. Print job 1. Insert job 4, print job 2, insert job 5. Yeah, it will look like, but D is the answer. Number 14, a stack is implemented using an array. Pointer top indicates the position at the top of the stack. What would be the state of the stack after the following operations? A stack is implemented using an array. A pointer top indicates the position at the top of the stack. What would be the state of stack? Okay, so you want to initialize stack, push Elaine, E for Elaine, H for Howard, pop the stack, H will come out, push Joanne, Joanne will go in, push Tom, pop the stack, Tom will come out. We just have Joanne and Elaine anywhere there? Joanne and Elaine, D is the answer. Right, number 15. A queue is implemented using a one-dimensional array. Which of the following best describes the DQ operation performed using the array? A queue is implemented using a, okay. Or they basically want the conditions. which of the following best describes the DQ operation? In order to DQ something from a queue, it's a one-dimensional array. They didn't say anything about a circular queue, so it's definitely not circular. So in order to DQ, you have to check to make sure that it's not empty first, because if it's empty, and nothing to DQ, so that'll take out B and D. So we fight in between A and C. Check to see if it's empty. Then you have to return the first element in the array. Check that the queue is not empty. So C. Yeah, check that the queue is not empty. Then return the first element in the array and shift the remaining elements up one place. Yeah, apparently that's what they wanted to do. We'll take that. Number 16. A doctor is assigned to one or more than one patient in a specific ward. Attributes of a patient include his or her patient ID and information on the condition the ward is also. Alright, a doctor is assigned to one or more. Alright, so we'll start off with one term menu, right? Good. Attributes of a patient include his or her patient ID and information on the condition. Patient ID. The attribute's supposed to be circled. So ID and condition, the only one that's circled would be B or C, but it can't be B because we have one to one there, so it'd be one to many. I'll go with C based on the fact that we didn't want to look at anything else. The ward also has an ID. Yeah, so the ward has an ID. Cool. A ward has many patients. Yeah, C looks like the best answer there. Just because they have the attribute to the patient and they have the many for the doctor to patient relation. Okay, number 17. Which of the following is not an attribute of well-engineered software? I don't think creativity is something. Efficiency, maintainability, documentation. Yeah, that's well-engineered software there. I think, yep, that's all. The main goal of component testing is to expose faults in the component or test how the component interacts with other parts of the system. I don't think it's other parts of the system because the component is isolated. So let's go with expose faults in the components. But I could see an argument for D, but I don't think it's that the argument is that strong. I don't think so. Number 19, software evolution refers to improving the software by addressing bugs, developing new software from existing software, automatically adapting software to changing customer needs and wants, modifying software to satisfy changes in customer and market requirements. I would go with D because they spoke about market requirements. Like you had to evolve to what the market gives you or something like that, yeah. Number 20, software that is not associated with the wasting of resources is said to have the property of efficiency. Yeah, if you're efficient, you're not wasting resources. Yeah, efficiency doesn't waste resources. Which of the following is true of the waterfall approach to the software development process? Cascades from one phase of the process to another. Yes, the following stage should not start before the previous has finished. Interesting. The approach caters to changing requirements. That's definitely not true. Waterfall doesn't care about change. So 1 and 2 look like they will be correct. Do they have 1 and 2? Alright, we'll take A. We'll definitely take A because part 3 definitely. Which of the following is not a phase in the software development lifecycle? Design, analyze, prototyping. You don't do prototyping in software. Wait. Hold on. Software development is like the SDLC. Well, prototyping, I guess, but prototyping is a phase in like agile or rapid prototyping or evolutionary. I guess, yeah. Which of the following are examples of non-functional requirements? Platform constraints, true. Reliability, not too sure. Fault tolerance. Interesting. Is reliability a non-functional requirement? The software must be reliable. I guess so. Fault tolerance? No, let me think through. Fault tolerance is a functional requirement, a non-functional requirement. Fault tolerance. Must you be tolerant to the faults that people make? Like if they if they put in wrong information, it should give you an error message. Yeah, I'll say 1, 2, and 3. We'll check to see what they have for the answers there, but I think 1, 2, and 3 make sense. The constraints are definitely non-functional. You have to know what the system could handle. Reliability is non-functional because it's not something that you're going to tell the user or going to list as something that you have to do. Fault tolerance, yeah, it must be able to have error messages. We'll stick with that and hope for the best till we see what the answers say, but I think my logic is sound. What are the 2 phases of the requirements engineering process? Requirements engineering. Feasibility study and system requirements, feasibility study and production of interface specification and data structure specifications. Whew. I forget this, yes? Requirements. See if I can logic it out. Feasibility study and source of specification will be the interface and the structure, data structure. I don't think a feasibility study is necessary, but I don't know. I could hold out on that because I think it could be B, but I think it's C. We'll see what they have for the answers. Feasibility study and requirements documentation as the analysis phase. But it's requirements engineering process. We'll go with C. A feasibility study states a cost-effective means of developing the proposed system, discusses whether the proposed system is to be cost-effective. It's usually a lengthy and costly process, outlines how current software and hardware to be used to do it. You say cost-effective, usually. Yeah, discusses whether the proposed system will be cost-effective. Right. Number 26. Alright, which statement best describes the processing represented by the diagram? Create invoice uses information from the data store customer records and sends an invoice to customer and updates product records. No product records, the arrow going this way, so that's A. Customer requests an invoice that is created by create invoice and which in turn updates customer records and product records. Nope. Create invoice uses information from customer records and product records to produce and send an invoice to the customer. C is correct. I ain't how to read D. Yeah, they're not updating anything. They're really checking to see if you can grasp where the arrows pointing to. Where the arrows point to matter. 27. Which of the following system models depict data transformation as data is processed? A data flow diagram. Yeah. Number 28. Which of the following design processes refers to the identification of subsystems and their relationships? Which of the following processes refers to the identification of subsystems and their relationships? Architectural diagram. System architecture. Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. 29. Which of the following might not be output as a result of using a case tool? Can you get a prototype? Yes. Can you get a feasibility study? Nah, not too sure. Can you get a program definition? Yes. Cost benefit analysis and feasibility study, those too tricky. Computer aided software engineering. A computer aided software engineering tool will give you a feasibility study or cost benefit analysis. I think it might be easier for it to give you a feasibility study, you know. So cost benefit analysis. Like a cost benefit analysis is not really about software engineering, even though a feasibility study have a little bit of software. Yeah, we'll go with D. I'll take D. We'll see how that works out. Okay, number 30. When the individual modules of a software system were tested, no errors were discovered. However, when all the modules were merged and tested, the system failed. When the individual models of a software system were tested, no errors were discovered. However, when all the modules were merged, the system failed. Which of the following most likely help in identifying the failure? Integration testing, because when you put them together, they failed. Yeah. I guess. Alright, which transmission media is best suited for the transfer of large volumes of data over continents? Definitely it's fiber optic cables. What kind of information is contained in a process control block? Amount of CPU time used, estimated time to complete the job, job priority. They will keep track of the CPU time you use and the priority, so 1 and 3. They wouldn't know how much time it will take to complete because it's a process. It'll just be like, when I finish, I finish. Which of the following statements is true about files and folders? Folders may contain 0 or more files. That is true. Files within folders must be related. That's not true. File names within a folder must be unique. That is true. 1 and 3 again. Which of the following is not a process state? Ready, block running, and not completed. It's supposed to be killed. Yeah. It's killed after the process is finished. It just get killed. 35. Which of the following is not a method of securing files being transmitted on a network? A firewall. A firewall is not a method. A firewall is a thing. Yeah, thing. Item 36 refers to the following statements. Smaller computer systems communicate with one another through the host. Smaller computer systems communicate with one another through the host. Signal is broadcast to all the nodes, but only the destination node responds to the signal. A disadvantage of the topology is if the connection is broken, the entire network stops working. Alright, so 3 is a ring. Signal is broadcast to all nodes, but only destination node responds to the signal. That sounds like a bus. And this is a star. Star bus ring, anybody? Star bus ring. Which layer of the OS model handles data transmission between host computers? Data transmission, like transport layer? Please do not touch, no network layer. Please, physical, data link, network. Transport, yeah, I would say transport. Because the transport layer is where TCP lives. IP would apply network layer. handles data transmission between host computers. That had to be the transport layer, because the transport layer will break down the packets and piece them back together. Alright, number 38. Which of the following is the best reason for compressing a file? The best reason for compressing a file is to occupy less space on storage media. Number 39. Which of the following user interfaces allows the user to navigate the interface with making little use of the keyboard? I guess a GUI. You use a mouse. Which protocol is used by web pages to transmit information? HTTP. The diagram above is a star topology. X is a hub and D is a node. A hub or a switch. This could be a hub or a switch. Hub and a node, right? That would be 42, 43. Which of the following correctly represents the mapping relationship between TCP/IP and the OSI model? Ooh. TCP/IP transport layer. No, the TCP/IP model and the OSI model. Ethernet is the network layer. You know, Ethernet is the physical layer, right? Physical layer would be Ethernet, yeah. 44. Which of the following systems processes data received and then produces immediate results? What? Real-time processing? I guess. Yeah. A running process initiates an input request to get data from the keyboard. Which of the following state transitions will take place when the data is made available? A running process initiates an input request to get data from the keyboard. So the following state will take place when the data is made available. When the data is made available, it will go from blocked to ready. Because it can't go to running, because when it's blocked, other things will get to run. So we'll go with blocked to ready. Alright, those are my answers. Let's see what the examinations council has to say about that. Let me get the thing open. The specimen paper. Let's get the answers. Mark scheme. Is that you? Yeah. Alright, so let's go from the top. Alright, number one, we have A. Alright, number one, we have A, they have A. Number two, we have C, they have C. Number three, we have D, they have D. Number four, we have B, they have B. Alright, number five is, oh, they have C. Hold on, How could they have C? How many swaps of distinct numbers are performed if the array is reordered using a selection sort? 15 are swapping anywhere. 45 is swapping at 21. That's one swap. 23 not swapping any. 23 swapping at 21. That's two swaps. And then if, oh yeah, it's actually three. Yeah, my bad. Oh, they didn't tell me nothing, or they just watch me like, you know. Although he'll figure it out eventually. 45 and 21 will swap. Then eventually the 21, then the 23, and no, I was correct. Hold on. 45 and 21 swap good. So 15 and 21 will be the next two. Then we're going to have 23, 52, 45, and 53. 23 ain't going anywhere because 21 not there anymore. 45 is the number on top there. And then 52 will swap with 21. No, 52 will swap with the 45. So that's the second distinct swap. And then after that, it's no more swaps. This is B. Did you all get B? Or C?
I got 2.
That's what I'm saying. So they're wrong.
No, I got C, sir.
How you get 3? How you get 3 swaps? What you got, Jacob?
I get 3 swaps as well, sir.
Which 3 swapping?
Alright, so 15 staying in the same spot. I agree with that. Then 21 coming in. That's another swap. And then 23 not swapping. And then 45 swap.
With 52, right?
And then, I don't know, you're right actually. Yeah, no, that's. I get into no.
Okay. Just how you get 3 or you get 2? Yeah.
I got 3, sir.
How you get, let me hear how you get 3.
So you want me to go through this whole thing again?
Well, I just went through it and get 2, so I want to.
So the 15 stay in as is.
Right.
And then move on. You see the 21, you switch out with the 45, right?
Nice, right.
Alright, you leave the 23 as is. So then, I'll make sure I ain't doing anything dumb. You switch the 52 and the 45. How did I get 3, boy?
Alright. Just making sure I'm not the crazy one. Alright, so
Yeah,
CXC.
but, you know, and the thing that's saying C.
Well, yeah, the answers for any specimen paper have been known to be wrong on multiple occasions. I never trust the answers in a specimen paper, so just, you know, it's 2, right? Anybody has any other argument for the answer being 3? I just want to make sure that I'm not missing out anything. No, 2 it is. All right. Yes, so that is wrong. 5 is wrong. They have C, but the answer is B. Unless they don't know how many swaps of distinct numbers are performed. I don't know what they have numbers. How many swaps of distinct numbers are performed? I don't know if they mean how many numbers, like individual numbers, are actually swapped. If that's the case, then 21 is a number, 45 is a number, and then 52 is a number that's swapped with 45. So 3 numbers are being swapped, but there are only 2 distinct swaps that take place because they're only swapping twice. So I see, the hard part about it is, right, all you'll get this in an exam. And if you get this in an exam and you know it's 2 swaps taking place, but there are 3 distinct numbers that are moving, what do you do? And I cannot answer that question for you, because if the question worded like this, I don't know, how many swaps of distinct numbers? No, it's how many swaps. How many swaps? It's only 2 swaps. Alright, I stick with B. I am writing this down. Next, number 6. They have B, we have B, alright. Number 7, D, we have D, alright, okay. 8, we have, 8, we have B. They have C, I have C. I have B. They have 3 only. Which of the statements is true? A binary search cannot be performed since the list is unordered. Now, I want to know what they mean by cannot be performed. Do they want to say it cannot produce a result? Because you can perform the binary search.
but then the first step in a binary tree is just to make sure the list is ordered.
Well, yeah, you should, but if you don't order the list, the binary search will still run, you know, because the binary search will just check by index. I mean, they say it cannot be performed, you know. They should say it should not be performed. Like, that's why I say no, Jeff. It will be found after one comparison using binary search. Okay, they asked which of the statements is true. Why did I even put this as true? I thought it was not true. Okay. Okay, so the only thing that's close to not true is actually C. Because 8 would be found. This is wrong. This is wrong. Alright, we'll go with C. I still don't like the wording because it doesn't say that the binary search cannot be done. The binary search can be done. It just won't give you the correct answer. I will die on that hill. 9 we have C, 10 B, alright cool, 11 D, 12 A, 13 D, cool, 14 D, right, 15 C, 16 they have C, we have C, 17 they have B, 18 A, 19 C. Ah boy. We have a conundrum here. Software evolution refers to automatically adapting software to changing customer needs and wants. Or it could be modifying software to satisfy changes in customer and market requirements. Why would they choose C? What about C makes it better than D? If they add in market requirements, I say the software should evolve to meet what the market, what the market does, not just what the customer needs and wants. But are they looking at it only from the customer's perspective, what the customer needs? Do I agree or do I disagree, boy? 19 they have C. I can't see like a reason why modifying is wrong, but adapting is correct.
So I just choose C because this is software evolution, right? I just find adapting some more like evolution to me than modifying. Modifying just feels like, there's what's this other approach where it's not waterfall, it's I can't remember the approach, but I don't know, modifying just don't feel like software it don't feel as correct to software evolution as automatically adapting.
I see. I take your point. I love wicked answer. Alright. Based on the word adapting, I would say that adapting will be more evolutionary, in line with an evolutionary term than modifying, because modifying might be more like changing. Adapting will be evolving. Alright, I'll take it. Just hold on 1 second for me, please. Alright, number 20, they have, number 20, they have B, we have B, alright, cool. Number 21, we have A, 22, C, 23, D, 24, or they have A. What two phases of the requirements engineering process? Feasibility study and user and systems requirements documentation. Yeah, I could clearly be wrong here. I'm not gonna fight this. Two phases of the requirements engineering process. Software specification. Yeah, we'll go there. I think interface specification and data structure specification is I don't know, I can't remember what it was. 25, we have B, alright, 26. We have C. Alright, 27, B, 28, C, 29, A. Which of the following might not be output as a result of using a case tool? Why can't you get a prototype? Computer aided software engineering could help you. A prototype is actually a running application. Alright, I will accept. 29 should be A. Case tool giving you a cost benefit analysis for him. That's asking a lot for a case tool to do though. I'll take it. I'll take that correction. 30, we have B, 31. D. Craziness. Which transmission media best suited for the transfer of large volumes of data over continents? We literally use fiber optic cables to transfer large volumes of data over continents. Why would you say satellites? The internet is built on fiber optic cables. Like large volumes of data right now are passed under large fiber optic cables under the sea. Worse, better yet for over a continent. Like you could run the fiber optic cable directly on the ground. Nope, I'm dying on this hill. I'm not saying satellite. It is 2022. The world is built on fiber optic cables that run underneath. A satellite is way too inefficient, speed-wise and lag-wise. But then now you have to ask yourself, if they ask this in a multiple choice, would you have to put satellite? You see, what might be the case is that this question is a repeated old question and the answer back then would have been satellite, but not today. Not today. Fiber optic cables too prevalent. Like they're running fiber cables everywhere. I'm sticking with fiber optic as the correct one, but when you get it as a repeated question, you may just have to put satellite. Me. I'm not sure. There's a fine line of, answering the question correctly and giving CXC what they want. It's tough. It's tough. 32. What kind of information is contained in a process control block? They have C. Do they keep track of the amount of CPU time used? How do they keep the estimated time to complete? This area is very gray, Alright, let's see. What are the things at a process control block? Process state, process number, program counter, registers, list of open files, CPU schedule information, memory management information, IO status information, accounting information. Accounting information, example, amount of CPU used, yeah? amount of CPU time used is important, and the priority. They have estimated time to complete and job priority. Job priority is definitely there, but estimated time to complete, how you know what the estimated time to complete is? Help me. Let's see, pointer, process state, process number, program holder, register, memory limits, open files list, then miscellaneous data, the amount of CPU used, time constraints. I can't say for sure that the answer is C, I think the answer is B. Let me hear the jury. Anybody arguing for C? Nobody arguing for C.
I would do it B, but if it come in the exam, I'll put it in C. Wise child. Yeah, but it's getting real upset. I leave it as B because I feel my answer is correct. But if you see it in the exam, put C because that is what they wanted to put for some reason. I don't know, probably I had to check a textbook on that, but based on my Google searches, then nobody had the estimated time to complete. All of them have the estimated time used. Because if I process waiting for the CPU, you can't be like, oh, I think I'm going to, I know exactly how long I'm going to take to complete. What if an interrupt happens? All sorts of things could happen. Sigh. Alright, 33. They have B, we have B, right? 34, we have A, alright, cool. 35, A. Whoa! Yeah, that was stupid. 35, really, the answer is A. Like, compressing files is not going to help it be transmitted on a network securely. Encryption, firewall, and password, that's correct, yeah. Wow, that was bad. I rushed through the answer. Complacency again, complacency. Alright, 36, D, alright, 37, B, cool, 38 is D, 39, B, 40, A, 41. Okay, so there you have it. Aside from a few, about 4 or 5. About 3 of them I did probably accepted that my answer was wrong, but it has some of them that are not accepting that my answer was wrong. But it's up to you now to decide if you're going to go with the correct answer or if you're going to go with the answer that the specimen paper had. Because to me, as you saw, some of the specimen paper answers were wrong. But who are we to disagree with the specimen paper?